Hi friends, in this video we are going to discuss why Australia's grip on the Ashes has tightened and why the West Indies are out of the World Cup 2023. Hi friends, welcome to our channel again. After looking at second test result between Australia and England, we feel that Australia's grip on the Ashes has tightened. They really scored a convincing 43-run victory. Probably they could have had it before, but still they managed to win, and it would have been really morale booster for them, and really it was shattered any hopes of England revival. Probably if England had chased this target down, definitely Australia would have been down and out in the Ashes. But having won two consecutive tests, we definitely feel that Australia's grip on the Ashes has tightened, and they are going to, at least, even if England manage to pull up a win, I don't see England winning the Ashes this time. Really, as we feel, what we feel is that the seeds for Australia's win, second test was sowed in the first test itself by Usman Khawaja. We have been telling for any team to succeed in a series abroad, the openers should shine really well. So in the first test, really he took the fight into the opposite camp and emerged successful, and his contribution was really crucial in Australia winning the first test. And the second test also, even though he didn't score much runs in the first innings, second innings he did score some runs. And even Warner managed to score a good amount of runs in the first innings, although he could score a century. But together they had a platform. So we feel that openers coming good has helped definitely Australia a lot in winning both the tests so far. The second test also, we feel that it's been more of a bouncer barrage rather than trying to use the English conditions. Both teams have been really happy in bowling short deliveries, directed at the body or at the head, whatever it is. And both the batsmen have really succumbed to the temptation. For that matter, even Australia couldn't take any more. They really lost wickets. And same thing happened to England also, where the Australian fast bowlers continued to bowling short. And once again, England gifted them their wickets. And one crucial thing happened in the second test, where Stuart Broad really was cursing the opponent fielders that they'll be remembered for Bairstow's run out. But what he himself forgot about his action in the previous Ashes was what contributed to how this review system was itself modified. When the review system came into play, I think only 2 reviews were allocated per innings. So it was only after the new ball changed, it again got reset, like every 80 overs or so, the reviews became 2. Because in one of the previous tests, Stuart Broad was definitely out, but the umpire refused to give him out. And Australia unfortunately had burnt all their reviews, and they couldn't go and review that decision. So it was after that it was decided that every 80 overs or so, the review system will get updated and will get reset, so that the fielding team or other batsmen don't lose all their reviews, so that both the teams are on equal footing. So that's what he himself contributed to that, and he is protesting that Bairstow's run out was unfair. But we still feel a similarity between this and what happened to Krish Srikanth when he played nearly like 40 years ago. So Krish Srikanth had a bad habit of wandering around outside the crease whenever he played a delivery, and definitely he got run out. He was declared run out when he just ventured out of the crease after even though he didn't try to run, but he was declared run out in one innings. So similarly, Stuart Broad, when he himself was really faked, he didn't walk when he got out. So he cannot contest this decision. Definitely it was Bairstow's mistake. He should have definitely grounded the bat, and he's playing in the Ashes. It is not like county cricket or some 3-day game. Definitely he's playing at the highest level, and he should be very much aware that he should have at least grounded his bat before the ball was declared dead, and this is not accepted. So they cannot protest, and definitely it would have emitted bad will between the teams. But definitely Australia really are a very competitive team, and they never give out even an inch. I remember like 38 years ago or something, when Kapil Dev was the captain, he he killed one seagull. Normally, when the team is batting, you can see a lot of seagulls playing around in the Australian cricket grounds. So once he scored, he hit a stroke and it hit a seagull and it died. He wanted to have a glass of water, and Alan Border refused because he wanted the Kapil Dev not to relax. So he wanted to apply the pressure. So such Australians are really so competitive. So they never give an inch. So given how the Australians play, definitely we can't expect anything from them. All the best, Australia. They were really competitive, and we hope that we'll be enjoying more exciting cricket in the remaining tests also. Hi friends, the short video on why the West Indies are out of the World Cup 2023. After losing to Scotland, that was the only result. But we feel, but the seeds of West Indies' terminal decline were sowed by India in 1983 itself, when they defeated West Indies in the final of the 1983 World Cup. Ever since losing to India in 1983, if you have seen, the West Indies' dominance has been in terminal decline. Until then, West Indies were a great draw. All countries used to vie with each other to invite them for a test series. And after that, if you have seen, slowly the performance declined, and retirement of top stars. They didn't find any new stars. But one of the reasons for West Indies' decline is that there are no great fast bowlers emerging after Andy Roberts or Malcolm Marshall or Joel Garner. We did have Courtney Walsh and Curtly Ambrose to some extent. But overall, if you notice, their fast bowler has not been that much. Their growth of new fast bowlers ever since TV came into the West Indies and they took to basketball, the West Indies team has been in terminal decline, and they haven't been able to produce great batsmen. Nicholas Pooran has been a great batsman in the IPL, but even he couldn't save the West Indies. So they definitely need to improve their batsmanship and really add more bowlers to their kitty. But overall, we feel that West Indies has been in terminal decline for the last 30, 40 years. And this was really, I would say, the last straw in the needles on the camel's back. That's what I would say contributed to West Indies' defeat. So unless they emerge back with greater fast bowlers and batsmen, I think this is going to continue for some more time, is what we feel. And even in this tournament also, they dropped a lot of catches. Their fielding was below par. And even if they defeated Scotland, it would have been really a disgrace to West Indies. Just scoring 180 runs against a team like Scotland, which doesn't even have a full ICC membership, and then again trying to defeat them would have been really an insult to the West Indies. So one way it is good that they lost. Probably they might come up again later on. But I think the decline is going to be permanent. They can probably remain associate or something. But we feel that overall, in order to make the World Cup more attractive and competitive, I think we need to make it more like World Cup football, where only the host nation and the current champion are always guaranteed a draw. The rest need to qualify. Probably in World Cup, we can have at least only top 6 teams or 4 teams allowed a berth, and the rest being asked to qualify. That way we can make it more competitive is what we feel. Once again, thanks for watching. Friends, a short video on why India will not win the ICC World Cup 2023. So we are not being cynical, but I just want to point out certain things. Well, welcome to our channel, and this is a short video on why we feel India may not win the ICC World Cup 2023. We are trying to analyze the main reasons. Well, in contrast to previous ICC World Cups, where the itinerary was published nearly a year earlier, this edition, I think, it has been published only like just 3 months left for the tournament to start, making planning really difficult. We guess they might want out to coincide with India winning a title in 1983, the anniversary 40 years of India winning the World Cup for the first time. But it should have been published a lot more earlier. But again, looking at the itinerary, we feel that chances of India winning are a little bit bleak. The reasons are not far to seek. One main reason is that India and Pakistan are meeting in the league stage itself. So, whenever India and Pakistan meet in the league stage, India don't progress for the tournament. Sorry to say, but that's what I have noticed so far. This is not sentiment, but a general observation. The reason is whenever India and Pakistan meet in a tournament and India win, the whole country rejoices and feels that they have already won the World Cup when there are miles to go. So that's what happened when India won this recent T20 match against Pakistan in the T20 World Cup. Of course, it was an exciting match, but after India won the match against Pakistan, people started feeling that the tournament was already over when it was only in the beginning stage. Finally, India exited the tournament without winning the World Cup once again. So this is what might happen this time too if India win. So general perception amongst we Indians is that India should not lose to Pakistan, and defeating Pakistan is more important than winning the World Cup itself. When a billion people think that way, that's what invariably happens. Because defeating Pakistan somehow gives a complete feeling which is more than winning the World Cup itself. We hope that India progress and win the World Cup, but that's what has happened in the previous tournaments also, which is not very encouraging. Because I just want to count what happens to film stars when they fall sick. So whenever they fall sick, their fans and a lot of public start praying. And definitely those prayers are the ones that move mountains. Simple example is the case of Rajnikant, who was given up by doctors like 13 years ago. See, literally there is so much of water in the lungs that it was very difficult for him to survive. But it was the prayers that moved mountains, and he is still alive and kicking now. In similar fashion, when the whole nation thinks that okay, India defeated Pakistan and we have got our due, and we don't really care what happens afterwards, invariably India don't progress. So that's what that attitude needs to change. Let's see if India can win. Even I want India to win, but looking at the itinerary and way this tournament has been scheduled, it doesn't give me much hope. India and Pakistan should not meet in the league stage, is what our observation is. Anyway, all the best, India, and to the cricket fans. Thank you. Please wear your mask at all times. Don't go out unnecessarily. That's the way you can stop the spread of COVID. Thanks for watching. இந்த வீடியோ உங்களுக்கு பிடிச்சிருந்தா லைக் பண்ணுங்கள், ஷேர் பண்ணுங்கள், சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்கள். தேங்க்ஸ்.